Chapter 29. Concerning this adolescent, Alexander Aurelius wrote to his mother, Mamia, desiring, present participle, to give to him, this young man, the junior, his sororem Theoclemia, that's his sister. And in the letter, it was in these words: to my mother, or dear mother, you might want to say, if the senior Maximus Dux Noster, our general, and indeed he's Optimus, he's great, if he didn't contain something in himself barbarum, as we see barbarum and aliquid, the accusatives, if we didn't see something barbarous in him, already, I would have I would have given to Maximinus Jr. your Theoclamia, which was the sister mentioned there. 3. Sed timeo ne, verba fearing ut ne are inverted. That I fear that my sister, who is erudita, she's erudite, she's learned in Greek manners, or manditius can mean cleanliness, but it probably means manners here. I don't think she'll be able to ferre. I don't think she is able to bear a barbarum soccorum, father-in-law who's a barbarian. Although, or however much, quemvis, he himself, this adolescent, this young boy, he is et pulcher et scholasticus. He's both beautiful and learned in scholastic things, reading and etc. He seems eruditus, so here we use the erudita for the female, eruditus for the male, to Greek manners and way of thinking, etc. 4. Haec, these things, quidem indeed, cogito, I cogitate on, or I think, but nevertheless, tamen, with, I guess that's te consolo, with your guidance or your consolation or your opinion, utrum, whether Maximinus, the filium of Maximinus, the son of Maximinus the senior, Velis, do you want him as a generum, son-in-law? Or, here's the bit of utrum, whether, and here's or Masala from a noble family line, another fictitious person probably, who is a very potent orator, very strong and good orator. And the same guy is doctissimum, another superlative. He's very well educated, unless I'm deceived, in rebus bellicus, in matters of war. If it should be applied, if it should happen, he should be fortem. He would be very brave in the future if there's a war circumstances. Okay, Daily Dictionary, munditia, cleanliness, elegance of appearance, and manners or taste. And here we had the accusative plural, munditias. Back to the plot. 5. Haec, these things Alexander said concerning Maximus, de Maximinus, concerning whom, de quo, nos, us, or we, have nothing more quod to dicere, what we will say. There's nothing more about him we will say. 6. Sane, clearly or something, ne quid, quid's just something, lest it should seem that I should have praetermissum something, that I should have omitted or overlooked something, even an epistle, a letter, indeed I've included or put in, of the father of Maximinus, of, this here is another genitive, who is now, that he is factoid, that just comes from factus, became emperor. So these are 4 genitive singulars. I've put in this a letter of the father of Maximinus, who has become emperor, who he dictated, who he said, for this reason, say himself, even he is a pelacid, he is called his filium, the emperor as well. So that, I don't think herb should be there, that looks wrong, so that he could see in a picture or in truth of the type of Junior Maximus, what type of, or how it should appear in if this junior, his son, was in purpuro, which is purple clothing. Okay, so there's the either or with the vel. 7. Fuit autem talis epistola. So moreover, the epistle, the letter was talis, such as this. I, cum, can't see any ablative, so it's a when, since, or all those sort of thing, on account of his affection, which a father debits to his son, owes to his son, I've permitted him, which takes the infinitive, to be called emperor. And he's talking about my Maximus, his son. Then also that the populus Romanus, the Roman people, and the Senate, Illi Antiquus, and this ancient Senate or long-lasting Senate or whatever, can swear that itself, the people Romanus and the Senate, that numquam, never to have seen an imperatorem, never to have seen an emperor more pulchrior, more handsome. 8. Usus autem est, and however or moreover, he made use of idem the same. This adolescent used the same, blah blah blah. Idem's actually goes with it. That's the same young man. In the example of the Ptolemies, they were the rulers of Egypt, etc. A aurea lorico. So usus est takes the ablative. So he had a golden corselet or breastplate or whatever you call it, a suit of armor type thing around his breast, and also he had use of a silver one. And he had use of, again, clipius, which is a shield, inoratod, so it had golden inlays on it, and it was gamaded, so it had gems, and he had a hasta, which is a spear, which is inorated as well. It had gold lining or something on it. 9. He fecunded also, made also argentius spatters. Spatula is like a large thing for stirring. It's also a broad-bladed sword, so we had silver sword, big broadsword, and even aureus one, so just a mixture of different ones that are gold and silver. And altogether, quickwit, anything, another typo, which was posset, which was able to help the pulchritude of him, the beauty of him, anything which would increase his beauty. So thought having all his gold and silver stuff made him more handsome. He fecunded also, that's another typo in the Latin library, also had Gamadus Gallius, so these are helmets with gems on it, and bucolas. Your buccas are your cheeks or up the top of your cheek near your eye. So bucola would be some sort of guard that protects your cheeks or something to go along with the helmet. 10. Haec sunt quae. These are the things which, de puro, concerning the boy, are adequate, are fitting to say and to know. Now the rest of the things, he who wants to gnosi, he who wants to know the rest of the things concerning matters of Venus and amatorial. Venus is a god of love, so it's his lovers and love-making. And these things which Cordus aspergs or sprinkles about these rumours of, you can legate them. This person who wants to know, who volets, he can read it in the same guy's writing, Cordus's writing. Nos enim, for we, facimus, we make in this loco, in this place, a finem of the book. We make an ending of the book. To other things, ad alia, just as if they are ordered by publico euro, by public law or something, and we are properanting to other things. So we're hastening to end, made an end of the book here, just as if there's some sort of public right that orders them to stop there. 30. The ominas. The omens, sane, another clearly, you can just treat it as an interjection and ignore it. So the omens, these were them, haec furit, of him becoming the emperor. It was a serpent, a snake, dormienting, sleeping, and it circumdended his head, so it wrapped itself around his head. When the serpent's in the nominative, and the boy here would have been the sleeping. Posited around the same, by the same, something was placed by him. What do we got? Vines. He placed vines, and inside of a year, intra annum, there were ingentes uvas purpuris, it atulated. So these vines brought huge purple grapes within a year, and facta est mirae magnitudis, and they were of astonishing size or something. 2. Scutum eius sub sole aset. The shield of his under the sun was burning or blazing. Lanciola, that's a diminutive, so he had a small lance, and thus it was fissured by lightning, so that the whole thing, the tota, even through the iron itself, was findered or split, and it facerated 2 parts, and it made 2 parts. Quando, when this happened, Horus Spices, the soothsayers, they dixeroned. They said, 2 emperors, non diatonos, not long-lasting ones, ex una domo, remember domos are part 2nd declension, part 4th declension female, from one house, with the isdem nominobuses, they would have the same names, and this would happen in the future. 3. His lorica, his breastplate of his, was not, as is accustomed, with rust, but the whole thing was infected by a purple colour, and this was visa est, seen by pluribus, by many people. In his patris, it's a deletion or an insertion, so it's either his lorica or his father's.